Alright everyone, you got Frankenfoot here on a quiet early morning recording. Got another GoBoLaLoon for you, so let's watch it and then break it down. So, first you'll see Golems appearing here. And he unfortunately pulls the clan castle troops. I wasn't quite ready for that. I was hoping that would happen a little bit later. And you also notice the king went to the wall to check to make sure there wasn't a wall breaker trap before the wall breakers went down. And then you had the queen golems coming here, a poison spell for the clan castle troops, holding on to another one because I didn't know if these guys were going to redirect and when they're going to redirect. I want to protect the bowlers if I need. But a rage spell to greet them in this compartment, a jump spell, and then a heal spell in the following compartment. And you'll see that the kill squad made a push all the way through and took out the queen and will eventually take out that air defense. But as soon as I drop that last spell, I start working on the LaLoon portion, and you'll see balloons sort of starting here and collapsing this way with two hounds coming in that direction. And then anticipating they're going to be moving in this direction, I go ahead and drop balloons to keep them segregated as they enter the wizard tower. Just the wizard tower doesn't pop them all off at once. And then once that's gone, the only thing to watch out for is this Tesla farm up here, but in between the king and the bowlers, it looks like they've taken care of that. And the queen has gutted the core, and I still have a hound up, amazingly enough. And that's it. So we'll fast forward through this. A couple of builder huts on the side, take care of those with balloons and wizards, whatever you have left over. And let's break down what we were thinking. So I didn't have a whole lot of time to plan this attack, unfortunately. Life's been very busy for me lately. But looking at the space, I decided the best thing to do, and this is a second attack, so I know where things are. I decided the best thing to do was to punch through with the kill squad here, and they'll take out two wizard towers, or three wizard towers actually, and two air defenses once they get all the way to the end. And so there's also no trash around here, so I'm not worried about that guy distracting people, and these guys can be easily taken care of. The one thing that stinks about this entry is you've got two ground expos, and they're going to be on you at the same time as you plow through. And that's unfortunate, but this guy's only level 1, so I'm maybe less worried about it here. Let's see. I didn't want to come in this side because you'll have the queen on your golems right away, and there's small compartments too, so you're not taken out very much. This is a long compartment, plenty to draw all the troops in because it's full of stuff. There's no big open spaces, so there's no giant double bombs. Sorry, there's no giant bombs here, which can, make you have to drop your heal spell earlier than you want. And you will also knock out this air sweeper. Remember, if the queen's shooting over a wall, she can hit up to 4 tiles away. So 1, 2, 3 for the wizard tower, and then another one for the air sweeper. Now, I was hoping, what I was planning on at least, is that I would pull the clan castle troops when the golem entered this compartment, but I didn't look close enough, and as I dropped one on this cannon to tank for these buildings over here, particularly these two buildings in the expo, I did get the clan castle pull earlier than I liked, and I wasn't quite ready for it. But in between the wizards and the golem, they were able to take care of it. The only other thing I'm worried about for this raid is these buildings distracting the bowlers. So instead of the bowlers walking in, which I think was okay, I think it was going to be okay because there's lots of buildings in this compartment. I was worried they might go to the left, so I dropped 2 wizards on this one, hoping they'll take this building out and then work on the cannon, and then 1, 2 wizards here, and then sort of leaving the rest in the bank. As far as the LaLoon portion, these buildings should be gone. You gotta think of the defenses for your balloons. So this should be gone. This should still be up. This should still be up. This archer tower and this expo should still be up. So start your balloons on this archer tower and let them work their way this way. So probably drop your first hound in this direction with the balloons here to help them make sure there's no backtracking, and then your second hound in this direction with more balloons behind them, keeping a few in the bank, and then having a haste spell to speed them to that first AirD, and then a haste spell to speed them to the second air D. Definitely keep some left over, because as the balloons collapse in this direction, it's nice to distract that wizard tower to let him only blow his wizard blowing up stuff fireball at 2 balloons instead of the whole group. And then after that, it's just watch the thing unfold and hope that your kill squad gets deep enough push. It is worth noting, I was trying to drop the jump smell right in the middle here, because I didn't want things to get distracted to go to the left or the right. Unfortunately, I got it a little bit to the left here, and so eventually the queen does hop the wall. But thankfully nothing else did for whatever reason. I guess when they got into this compartment, the queen started firing on them, everything redirected north, or I guess that'd be northwest-ish, to go get the king, go get the queen. And so they had very little incentive to backtrack and use that jump spell. Sorry, I'm yawning. Okay, the last thing to consider is I expect this air sweeper to be gone. Unless I get lucky with a rock skip, this one will still be up. And so that's why I started the LaLoon portion from this side instead of this side, because the balloons will come in behind that air sweeper and knock it out. Anyway, so there's all the considerations. Let's watch it in a bit more detail. Hey, look, he's got a windmill. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, so you'll see Golem down, 1, 2, 3, 4 wizards, 2 on this one on this one on this building. Probably didn't need to clear that building, but it's nice to be safe. So he came here, which is just in range of the clan castle. This guy was dropped on this wizard tower. Now, I did, because there's no trash here, I went ahead and dropped the king once these buildings fell. I dropped the king right where I want the golems, the wall breakers to hit, just in case he's got a spring trap or a bomb there or something. I had that luxury here. Yeah, so you see that's what the wall breakers did, and you've got clan castle troops here on this golem. This is about when I noticed it, so I went ahead and dropped the poison spell after I got the boulders down. And for this, I usually rage into the first compartment. It helps the bowlers work through things very, very quickly, especially with these storages here that are high health. You see the jump spell down here. Now, I was originally going to try to drop the heal spell more centered in this compartment, but I thought I saw the dragon come after the bowlers, and so I figured I'm not gonna mess with that. But the bowlers might have stayed up a little bit longer, but it didn't really matter. They got a great push. You can see the jump spell is just a little bit too big. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so 7, 8. So more than 8 tiles. I guess the jump spell must be 10 tiles across or something like that. It's huge. It's massive. But anyway, yeah, so you'll notice all 3 wizard towers are gone. 1 air defense is gone. This one's going to fall shortly. And these high hit point buildings like the town hall are getting wrecked by the queen and the bowler. So that's all very, very nice. So once that final heal spell's down, there's nothing more to do with these guys. The pathing will be... hounds will go from this air D to this air D. So it doesn't matter if that one's still up or not. So it's go ahead and if you can go ahead and start the second half of your raid quickly, that's always preferable, because you start taking out defenses faster and your kill squad can last longer. So you see the balloons come down. That building actually is gone, so I didn't have to worry about that. The queen steps up and takes out that level 1 expo, and the bowlers are taking out the expo up here. But anyway, so you see the hound coming down and a haste spell to get the balloons to that first air defense. And then balloons coming down here mostly to distract that wizard tower and to make sure the balloons path sort of in the right direction. And the hound's doing its tanking. A final haste spell gets them in there. And then here's a Tesla farm, and thankfully I still have the king up. I don't know how that happened. But in between the king and the bowlers, they wipe out the Tesla farm. I didn't even need the balloons to do it. So that's the end of this raid, pretty much. These builder huts could have been bad news, but I had 1 wizard left over for this one, 1 balloon for that one, and everything's congregated over here, so that one should fall. And that's as easy as that. We'll speed it up a little bit. And there you go. So kind of quick attack, not a whole lot of planning ahead to go into it, but these GoBoLaLoons are pretty solid attacks, I've found, especially once you have high level heroes. They're you know, with a little bit of planning you can execute pretty well, as long as the base is not like really geared up for something different. But anyway, Frankenfoot out.